Before the video starts, I would like to say that if you're waiting for more of my reaction series of season 2 of Fandoms React, then I really thank you for your patience. But right now, I have some issues with my family, and I've just finished school, which some of you may know about from the Discord server, and well, it has not been an easy week or two for me at all, so I really appreciate your patience. The series will continue, don't worry about that, but it might take a while until I get to the next part. So, for those who are watching, who are my usual viewers, the next part will probably be either Steven's part or Wanderer, but I'm leaning more towards Steven. Anyways, please enjoy the video. Hello guys, and welcome to my video, I suppose. This is a bit of a different thing, I guess, than you might be used to, and it's new for me too, because I'm not used to doing voiceovers, and I'm not used to posting my art on YouTube, of all places. But I said in my community post that I would try, so here we go. The first speed paint that I wanted to share was my design for Harry Potter, because as you know, most of you know that my channel is mostly a gacha channel, and he was in my first reaction series I'm sorry, I'm not used to I'm not used to speaking. I'm doing this without a script, so yeah. Anyways, he's one of my favorite characters from my favorite book series. Like, I would dare say he's my top favorite, so I wanted to share my drawing of him, like the reference sheet with all my headcanons and stuff. The reason you see the pose in the beginning that's like already drawn is because I did it in another artwork. I used a reference so that I would get it right, and I don't have that anymore. I might try to dig it up, but yeah, I couldn't find it. So the reason I'm even like making this reference is because a lot of the time you see people drawing him as like how he looks like in the movies, which there's nothing bad about that. I do like Radcliffe's interpretation of how he looks. It's not a bad interpretation, but Harry in the books is described as being scrawny, not very tall until like 6th or 7th year, and also as having green eyes, not blue. His hair is also very messy, which is not very well portrayed in the movies. And yeah, basically he looks like much more healthy in the movies, which is probably good because, it would be bad if Radcliffe didn't look, well, healthy. But Harry has been malnourished most of his life, so until he went to Hogwarts, he was very thin, and it was also probably genetic. It's a thing a lot of authors and artists like to interpret, that Harry is genetically actually really small until hitting a growth spurt, like it's a Potter thing. Same thing with the hair. It's apparently also a Potter trait. Anyways, here I'm drawing him in his 7th year, basically. It's the year I portrayed him in the reaction, so it makes sense for me to draw him like this. It's during the Horcrux hunt. Also, yeah, big spoilers for Harry Potter in this video, because I'm gonna be talking about some stuff. Probably should have said that at the beginning, I'm sorry. So yeah, I'm drawing him in his 7th year here, after the Battle of Hogwarts. I will explain why later. I was going to do a reference to his hand scar, the one he got in 5th year when he was writing lines with Umbridge, the I must not tell lies one, but I scrapped it later and instead drew a small chibi version of Harry. I also decided to draw a depiction of how messy his hair is, it sticks out in all directions. I also took some inspiration from the movies because, even with some inaccuracies and a lot of left out points, the movies are still some of my absolute favorite pieces of media. They've done an excellent job on them, actually, even with all the stuff that was left out. So I drew him in a similar outfit that he has during the Battle of Hogwarts, which is the jacket and, you know, the blue shirt, jeans. Also decided to add his Gryffindor scarf, because even without, you know, being at Hogwarts, I think he would want to carry a piece of home with him, you know, because Hogwarts is his home. He says that multiple times in the book and also in the movies. Decided that I would make his scar more lightning-like, like realistic lightning. As you can see, it looks like crackles of lightning, instead of the cartoon lightning bolt. And some of you may, you know, say in the comments that the reason his scarf is like that is either because of, you know, the shape you have to trace your wand with when you say Avada Kedavra, the killing curse, or because, you know, it's a sigil. It's like, I think, in some mythologies, it's a sigil of power. But I decided to make it a crackle of lightning bolt because, first of all, it looks cool, I think. And second of all, I like to think that when he got hit with the killing curse, it kind of, like, you know, made a crackle of power on his face. That's why it looks like a crackle of lightning. I also like to think that he has another one on his chest from the second Avada Kedavra that hit him in the Forbidden Forest. Other scars he might have is probably from dark curses or, you know, magic stuff that couldn't be fixed while on the run, because, you know, Hermione had a lot of stuff in her pearl bag, but, you know, still left scars when they got hurt because they didn't have, like, the luxury to actually go to an actual healer when they were on the run. Yeah, you can see me, like, looking at my actual, like, gacha design of Harry that I made, like the one in Gacha Life 2 and the one in, like, Gacha Club, and I use that as, like, color reference for this. But I've, like, always imagined him like this. I also decided to make his hair, like, he has black hair like his dad, but I gave him, like, later, you can probably see it, I gave him, like, white streaks of hair in, like, I like to think of it as, like, the result of the killing curse. Like, the first time he got hit, he got, like, a little bit in the front, and the second time, he got a little bit more. He is, like, kind of tan, because I like the headcanon that, you know, the Potters are, like, part Indian, like, from India, and James was, like, from his mother's side, or father's side. I'm not sure, I haven't thought of that much, but, like, half Indian, that makes Harry, like, partially Indian. That's why he's, like, tan, and you can see, like, sorry, I sound very out of breath. That's why he has, like, I have the, like, two skin tones on top. One says James and the other says Lily. Like, Lily was a redhead, so she was very pale. And James was, like, more tan. So I like to think that it mixed into Harry being, like, kind of tan. But he's also, like, kind of pale because he spent, like, 10 years of his life being mostly in the cupboard. And then when he were on the run, he was more outside, so we gained kind of a tan. Yeah, I made his eyes a very bright green because, like, they're always described as being, like, emerald green, very bright. And I like to think that they're, like, killing curse green, like, maybe not as intense, but killing curse green. I find it kind of poetic, you know, surviving the killing curse and having eyes similar to that. Anyways, yeah, the video is almost done, so I don't really have anything else to say, except for, you know, thanks for watching, and if you'd like to see more, please comment. I'd really appreciate that, and, you know, I love, you know, reading your comments is my favorite thing ever. And, you know, take this as, like, a small thing before I continue doing my reactions. And if this brings in any new people, then, hi. Did not think that would happen. Anyways, yeah. There's a Discord server you might join, and that's all. Bye bye!